You're listening to A-State Sports Take on Red Wolf Radio.
And we welcome you into this special on a last-minute possession. Arkansas State football will be going bowling, everyone. Welcome to this A-State Sports Take post-game reaction show after Arkansas State takes down the Mountaineers of App State. 30-29 is the final. Kenyon Clay with the 1-yard rush with 42 seconds. And App State's Dominic DeFreitas misses a long field goal as time expires. 30-29, Arkansas State with the win, moving them to 6-6 on the year. It's cool to have some students joining us right now. Benjamin McDowell, Carson Campbell, Caton Marsh, and also joining us on here as well, Will Livingston. His mic's muted, but we'll get him in as well. Carson, I want your reactions first to the A-State victory.
Man, we all knew in this group chat, I wasn't, bowl game was on the line, big game obviously for both teams. Atmosphere wasn't there all year. A-State goes in, with a minute and 40, I think. And then the penalty with formation of some sort saved our butts. They take 3, we're up 6. And we just 2-minute drill. Beautiful.
It
was
worked
beautiful.
all year. It's worked all year for A-State football.
And we saw that early in the year. We saw that with, I can't remember what team it was, but we saw that pretty early on in the year. And it looked the same. I mean, everything. Jalen Rayner looked perfect in those 2 minutes. I think he went perfect in his last drive. And so that's big. I think it was 5 for 5, maybe 6 for 6. So with that, I mean, you're going to win a football game like that. That's what you got to do. So, I mean, obviously, am I excited? I just don't know how to feel right now. I'm excited that we won. It's good for the team. I'm happy that the players, Jalen Rayner, Corey Rucker, obviously Corey Rucker ending like that is just cinema. I mean, that's beautiful. But other than that, am I excited that we went 6-6 and we're going to get a bowl game that most people are not going to be too excited about? I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not too excited for that. But other than that, I think it was a great game, great way to end Corey Rucker's time at A-State.
Ben McDowell, your initial thoughts on the A-State victory?
Man, great win, great gutsy win to get it last minute there. Proud of the team. Kind of like what Carson said, piggybacking off of the 2-minute execution. This team is clutch, and we are thankful for that. To get a win like that, another 1-4 win, and a bounce back after what we seen last week at home, which was very disastrous. We hope that never happens again. To be able to execute this one and pull out the victory, it just shows the composure of our team and the way we're able just to be calm in those clutch situations and get those last-minute throws. And Jalen Rayner looked really comfortable in the pocket towards the end there. He was setting his feet, executing the plays, making sure his feet were set, making sure he was getting the plays correctly called, because we know in the past games, especially last game, there was a lot of confusion with the offense, or what play to run, or should we run, should we pass, just to see them know what play they were going to execute was a beautiful thing. In terms of bowl eligibility, I'm a little iffy about it, a little iffy. I'm happy we were going bowling. It's good for the school, good for the program. Obviously, going into next season, the off season, we do look to improve. We hope we can get more than 6 or 7 wins moving forward. Didn't even mean to do that. I apologize. We hope we could get more wins in the future, but as of today, it's fluid. As of today, I'm proud of what we've been able to accomplish.
Jalen Rayner, 32 of 47 for 363 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, a completion percentage at 68%, and a passer rating of 149.8. Caton Marsh, host of Red Wolf Roundtable on ASU-TV. What are your thoughts after A-State pulls off this victory 30-29 at Appalachian State?
I'm super excited for me personally, just because of the fact that I might be traveling to go see that game.
Yeah.
But there's still some things I want cleaned up, especially offensively. We saw a lot of mistakes. I think we could have won that game by a lot more than it actually turned out to be. But other than that, I like the direction the defense is going. I thought they played really well. Offense cleaned up later in the game. We saw some really good throws, deep throws by Jalen Rayner. Obviously, we had some mistakes going on early, but I think in terms of the program, I think this helps us a lot more than what we think, especially for recruiting, because the past 2 years we've had some success, maybe not to the point that we want it to be, but especially for recruiting sake and transfer sake, we've had a lot of people come in, and we've had arguably, if not the best, recruiting classes the past 2 years. And if we didn't go to this bowl game, that future could be a lot different right now. It could be in big time jeopardy. So I think for the program itself, it was huge. I think for fans, this is another great thing to look at. Obviously, I've heard some opinions about how things should change. But yeah, for future sake, I feel like a lot of people should put emphasis on how big this win is, because here in a month or two, this roster could have completely changed, especially with some of the uprising stars that we have. This will help Jalen Rayner's case to stay, Chauncey Cobb's case to stay, and some other guys like Joe Drew, our defensive back, our freshman that has played well. So I think for the team's sake and program's sake, this game was huge.
Yep. Will Livingston, sports editor for the Herald here at Arkansas State. What's that headline going to be in that next edition of the Herald when this story is posted?
Well, I would like to run A-State gets lucky, because they did. They got lucky. I think for the most part, the student body, the donors, and I think a lot of the front office, except for Pesman, who really is the only one that matters in the front office anyway, I think a lot of them are out on Butch Jones already. I think mostly they're disappointed by this, because that means Butch gets to stay. And I'm nothing against Butch, nothing personal. Just purely, he is well under 500 on his all-time record. We are 6-6, lucky to be 6-6 this year. We were lucky to be 6-6 the year before last. Last year was a good year, and then he lost everybody. This year, a very mid-year, 6-6 is the definition of mid, and he's going to lose everybody again, because there's no way this receiving core, barring Rucker, of course, because he'd gone anyway. There's no way this receiving core stays. No way both these tight ends stay. Fortenberry's gone. No way Fortenberry's here next year. I don't think anybody's bought in. According to my sources inside the team, they aren't bought in. They're not. The recruits are bought in, and that's why he's there. But they're not exactly bought in on the team and on Butch. As far as I'm aware, he might not even be calling plays, which is a problem when our offensive coordinator's been there longer than he has, which should explain a lot. I think Griff McCarley needs to stay under all circumstances if Butch stays. No way that guy leaves. The turnaround by this defense this season has been insane. Gave up a little bit there in that game today, but for the most part, they played really, really well in this game. I've really got no complaints about them. The offense, as good as Rucker played and as good as Rayner played, the 2-minute drill is not going to save you every time. That's all there is to it. There's hardly any Super Bowl team, any national champion that's going to win on the 2-minute drill. It'll be a fun season. It's been fun for the most part, but
stressful.
It won't
stressful to watch.
Anything other than exactly. It won't get you anything other than slightly above mid, and we're at mid, and I very much doubt we're going to win our bowl game. Depends on who we get.
Depends on who we get and what bowl it is, and what the location is.
Yes.
And honestly, with the date when it's played too, because you got to think if a bowl like this is close to Christmas time, these guys aren't going to be bodying for it because they don't want to have to waste a holiday.
No, and especially if they've already checked out like I think they have. If they've already checked out, I think they have. They're not really gonna. They might ball out a little bit to help their status, but at the end of the day, they're just looking to start somewhere else and get out of here. And we saw it last year. We're going to see it again this year. Hopefully Butch recruited well. He usually does, to his credit. I'm just not seeing it. I think the students have already checked out. It showed, not even midway through the season it showed. And but now I think a lot of the donors have checked out as well.
Mm.
And as soon as basketball's already playing good. If next season they're playing lights out, and they might be playing lights out this season if it keeps going like this, I can't see Butch Jones having much of a future here. But good win. Good win. Got lucky, but good win.
Ben, you had something there you wanted to add, I think. What you got?
Oh, I think one key to look at is, like y'all said, who we play. That is very key. If we look back to last year, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, it was around December 20-ish when we played the bowl game last year. We definitely were on break. So I do think I agree with that point.
I think it was Christmas Eve.
I think it was
Yes,
Christmas. Or around that
it
time.
was.
I think really the only bowl that plays Christmas Eve is the Hawaii Bowl.
Correct. It was very.
I don't think we're going to that one, though.
20s. Nah.
If we go to the Hawaii Bowl, maybe we can find a budget money for someone. No.
Man. Not unless we're basketball.
Carson, who was your MVP of this game for Arkansas State?
I mean, I'm just going to go Corey Rucker just because it was his last game.
Here's his stats. 10 catches for 90 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the longest of 34 yards. He was targeted 16 times for 63% catch percentage.
That clutch catch on the goal line, too.
Yes, big clutch catch at the goal line.
Yeah. I mean, his last catch in the 2-minute drive was beautiful. I mean, from everything that I saw, it was Corey Rucker. Jalen had a really good game, like those stats you were reading off earlier, Sullivan. I mean, Rayner played lights out too. And it goes back to what Will said. I mean, the offense, those two are playing good, but you can't rely on your 2-minute drill every game, or it's just not going to be a winnable season. You're just going to have fun, which is cool for a couple games, but nobody wants to watch that all year. It just doesn't add up to fan engagement.
Now going into year 8 without a Sun Belt. I mean, that's a long time. And we're also, by complete circumstance and having nothing to do with this, Keith Eckendorf's about to go into year 8 as well. So complete circumstance, I know, but yeah, it's just one of those things.
And you got to think too, like Will said, recruiting wise, yes, we're recruiting, but correct me if I'm wrong, we had, I think in between 2020 and 24, I think we had the number 1 recruiting class in the Sun Belt for 4 years straight. And right. I like if you're getting the best recruiting class in the Sun Belt, I don't see how 6-6 is a win. It's not a winning season to me. I mean, I don't think that's a winning season. You can't expect fan engagement. You can't accept a winning culture if you're getting number 1 recruiting class in the Sun Belt and end up being 6-6, barely scratching at a bowl, let alone Sun Belt championship.
It's not like our non-conference was rough either.
Yeah, we'll go to Will and then we'll come back to Ben. Go ahead, Will.
It's not like our non-conference was rough either. I mean, Iowa State, we should have beaten Iowa State. There may have been some foul play there by the refs. That's a different opinion for a different day. But no reason we should have lost to ULM. I can understand losing to Kennesaw, but realistically, we should be 7 to 8 wins. And we were not. We shouldn't have lost to Louisiana either. We shouldn't have. But, you know, we should be 7 to 8
1
wins.
yard short against Louisiana, and that might affect who wants to take us in a bowl game. Because right now, this offense just, except for when they run the 2-minute, they're just not exciting. When you look for a bowl matchup, you look for a bowl matchup that is going to put up points in the board, that's going to draw an audience. Because that's the number 1 goal of a bowl game outside the college football playoff is you have to draw an audience.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're not even confirmed a bowl game, are we? I mean, we're
at
eligible,
6-6. We will be bowl eligible because we may even be short the number of teams, and then after that, you've got the 2 teams. Well, right now, just 1 confirmed that wouldn't have been bowl eligible, but will win their appeals. So right now, if there's 1 less, Missouri State should get a bowl game to this year. Then after that, you fall into the academic numbers. And right now, the top academic team is North Carolina with Bill Belichick. So if either Missouri State or Delaware doesn't, I think it's Delaware, or Delaware State, one of those. If they don't get one, because is it Delaware? Yes, Delaware. If they don't get a bowl, or if they both were to get in, or neither, the next team would be North Carolina due to their academic ranking. So yeah, we are pretty much guaranteed a bowl at 6-6 because they're going to pull every 6-6 team. 6 wins will get you in, and that's just where the numbers are right now, even with one less bowl.
I hope we don't pull North Carolina because Belichick might tamper a little bit and try and get Rayner.
Yeah, he might. He might want Rayner to go home. Come on home, Rayner.
Yeah, I think Rayner's gone. I mean,
is Wake Forest in Winston-Salem?
Yes.
Or is Wake Forest in?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
That can be moved up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's his hometown. So maybe.
Yep.
That would be good. Yeah.
He needs a starting job if he's going senior year. So, and North Carolina could probably offer that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and then he gets to play under a Super Bowl winning head coach.
Mm-hmm. ACC, you know that conference is growing.
It's a deep conference, too.
It's a very deep conference. And in my opinion, should at least have 3 bids in the college football. But that's,
I'm going to
2 to 3.
I'm gonna leave on this.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna head out after this statement, but I'm sure we're gonna have more conversations when we get back to school.
Yep.
We're gonna do more podcasts, but to conclude, we're bowl eligible. I mean, that's good for the school, like Caton said. It's good for everything. Like, it's good for the school, good for the sport, good for the recruits. But there's gonna have to be major changes. And if Butch does decide to, if we decide to keep Butch this year, extension and contract and everything, a lot of changes for next season that I have to see. And again, you're not gonna have the culture student like embodiment that you're wanting next season already. Just starting off next season is gonna be rough. But if he starts winning, who knows? Next season's a new season, but we got lots of college football left. We still got playoffs, so we can enjoy some football. Go Irish.
Go Irish. And, he had to get the Go Irish in. He did. Thanks, Carson. Appreciate it, bud. Caton, Red Wolf Roundtable, what's the primary discussion going to be next show coming back next week? You have maybe 1 or 2 shows left after this one, just depends on the schedule.
I think we're going to stick with the one.
So this will be your season, your fall season finale. What's the topic of conversation after all this goes down? Again, Arkansas State going 6-6, becoming bowl eligible after a 30-29 defeat, or defeating App State at App State 30-29. Caton.
So I think I'm going to poise that there, like Carson was saying, needs to be changes. I'll bring up how this helps for the future, kind of what I talked about earlier, how pivotal it's going to be for the defense to remain the same. I'm going to talk about how it was a disappointing season, because it was. I think we all know that, especially with the loss to ULM, the blowout to Kennesaw State. We were close with Iowa State. We didn't keep it close with Arkansas. The amount of times we could have gone here but did this, didn't do this. So, like, losing to Southern Miss in the fashion that we did, especially with Braylon Braxton being out, losing to Louisiana the way we did, and then keeping it close with App State when it really shouldn't have been. I think, in all honesty, if things were a little bit different right now, we have the conversation that we're playing JMU here in a couple weeks. And we know how JMU is. But overall, it was kind of a disappointing season. I'm still happy with the turnout because of where we're going here in a couple of weeks, hopefully. But there needs to be some changes, especially offensively. I think we played really slow, and we didn't see that early on in the season, but kind of took a step back as we progressed, and it kind of flip sides to the defense and how well they played.
Yeah.
But overall, I think the offense really needs to step up. We'll talk about the bowl game. Hopefully, we'll get some more insight around that time. I'm not sure if we will.
We may not even know by next week.
Yeah.
We may be doing just an online special to announce where A-State's going and who they're playing.
But I think looking at that game, offense just needs to stay consistent. I think I saw a lot of good stuff in that second half made up some good deep throws to Chauncey Cobb. I loved that. I love seeing Chauncey play. He's special. I hope we keep him. I hope he stays. But offense looked better in the second half, but it's got to stay consistent, and that's not what it was this year.
Chauncey Cobb, the leading receiver, 5 catches, 117 yards, longest of 43, averaging 23.4 yards a catch. Go down the row here as we kind of wrap up this special. I want to appreciate you guys taking time during the break for doing this. Thought it'd be a fun little thing to do. Reacting to Arkansas State defeating App State 30-29 to going 6-6, and looking forward to bowl eligibility and a bowl game. If you had to pick that one bowl game for them to go to, where would it be, and who do you see as a potential opponent? I'll let whoever wants to go first. Will, you go ahead.
I can see us going Camellia Bowl again. You said, what bowl do I want to go to? That ain't it. But I could see us going to that bowl game.
Yeah.
Playing a MAC team. Remind me who's 6-6 in the MAC.
Or
it'll probably be an 8-win MAC team, most likely.
Yeah.
Which is probably what, Ohio?
I could see that.
Ohio's going to beat the brakes off of us. I'm sorry. Ohio's too good. Parker Navarro's still on that team, man. I like Parker Navarro a lot. I could see it being a 7-8 win MAC team. Florida International's not bad either. I could see us playing Florida International this year.
Former Sun Belt opponent from the 2000s. Yep.
They haven't been good since T.Y. Hilton was there. So this is the first.
I remember shooting for ASU-TV when T.Y. Hilton was there, and T.Y. Hilton would light up A-State secondary like no other.
Hey, for
best receiver I've ever seen in person.
Receiver.
Best receiver I've ever seen in person. By far.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Rucker just broke his record for career reception yards too.
All right, so Will's thinking. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm thinking Florida International, 7-8 win MAC team. So probably Ohio.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
At the good old.
What is Kent? 5? No, Kent's 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to go through the MAC standings. I haven't kept up with the MAC in a while.
All right, Ben, where do you want to see A-State go?
I kind of agree with Will. I think it's going to probably be the Camellia Bowl again. I really hope our offense, last year in our bowl game, we did not play well. We got off to that slow start, and in the second half, we kind of had to turn up a little bit to come back to even take the lead. I just want to see this team finish the season with 4 quarters, playing 4 quarters. We haven't done it all year. We haven't had a complete game. I want offensively, defensively, special teams to play 4 quarters, full 4 quarters. Not coming back in the game, not being behind big. I want to say take the lead, keep the lead.
Yeah.
And that's my hope there. But I agree with you. I think it's going to be the Camellia Bowl again. And it's probably I'm leaning toward a MAC team.
We always tend to actually have good games against MAC teams.
Yeah, it's like we played Bowling Green last year. They had one of the top receivers who ended up getting drafted.
Yep.
He was a dog, but yeah, I think it'd be a MAC team.
Kate, what do you think?
7-5. It's Central Michigan.
It's Central Michigan. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just for the TV purposes.
That would be good. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Caton, your thoughts, and then I'll give you mine, and we'll call it a night.
I'm going to keep on the same train that they were. I think it's probably going to be in the location of anywhere of Alabama or New Orleans area, kind of Louisiana area. Just kind of keep on that same topic that we were, especially last year. So team-wise, I'd probably say the same thing. But, yeah, I'm kind of expecting the Alabama and Louisiana area.
Yeah, I think for the sake of the fan base, if you're going to get fans there, it's got to be somewhere close. I'm thinking the Salute to Veterans Bowl at the Crampton Bowl in Montgomery. It's on December 16th, so it's right before Christmas. It really won't affect holidays. School will be out at that point, so if students want to make the trip and maybe the university can help with tickets for students, I think that would be huge in getting students there. Maybe even they used to do buses day of, bus there and bus back if it's close, and Montgomery would be a close enough location where they could go up the day of and then come back after the game and it not be too much of a cost. If you really want to get students back, a close game, from proximity wise in Montgomery, I think would benefit us at the Salute to Veterans Bowl on December 16th. Any other final thoughts from any of y'all before we kind of wrap up this cool little edition of A-State Sports Take postgame show.
Slightly off topic, but in no world does Texas deserve to make the playoffs.
Okay.
In no world.
Yeah, and trust me, we're going to have plenty of time to talk playoffs when we get back.
Yeah.
I could
that
see many of live and recorded A-State Sports Take shows just on the playoff at this point. Root for chaos.
War Eagle. You will win tonight.
I love it.
Beware.
I love it.
There's two things I want to kind of bring up.
Let me hear it.
The first one is I want to shout out that front seven for our defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how they've turned it around. One of the players specifically on that front seven, a transfer from Michigan State, Aaron Alexander, they brought up the stat that he actually leads the team in tackles, and I don't think he played very much early on in the season, so it was a very big surprise. I think some of the players that we saw run stuffing like DeMarcus Hendricks, Ethan Hassler, Cody Sigler, that guy's a monster.
Yeah.
Nigel Nelson, the true freshman out of Florida. So this front seven is truly special. It stinks that some of them are graduating.
Yeah.
But overall, that was one of the things that I love to watch come Saturday or whenever the day was that they played.
Yeah.
They truly turned it around, and especially when Aaron Alexander started to play, kind of saw that flip switch. And then the other thing I want to point out, I want to say congratulations to Trenton Allen Yao. He was a transfer from App State.
He was. They mentioned it a few times in the broadcast.
This is a huge game for him.
Yeah.
He's played phenomenal all year. Maybe some penalties. We saw some PIs. But overall, he's been amazing. I can't stress how good he's been. He's been one of the best corners in the Sun Belt. And I'm super happy for him that he gets to end off his career beating his old former team and going to a bowl game.
Yep. That's awesome. Ben McDowell, Will Livingston, Caton Marsh, and, of course, Carson Campbell joined us as well. Guys, I want to thank you all for joining us on this special. Go and eat some leftovers and enjoy the rest today of football. So thanks again, and we will talk to you guys next time here on A-State Sports Take. Have a great rest of the weekend.